Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today, inshallah ta'ala, we learn the one particle which is Laam of Emphasis, Laam of tauqeed. The whole lecture is based on only the one particle which is the Laam, very important particle. So, Laam of Emphasis we will learn today, inshallah ta'ala. So, let's start. As you already know that whenever we will learn any particle, so this madam will come, this teacher will come to explain you about the particle. So let's repeat again and we will revise it. Particle is a word that connects the nouns and verbs. Particles are meaningful, but they don't make sense by their own. Particles only make sense when it comes with noun or verb. All particles are non-flexible, means they don't change, and they called mabni. And as you already know that there are two types of particles. The first one is huruful amila, causative particles, and on other hand is the al huruful ghayrul amila. This is the opposite of the huruful amila. So what is huruful amila? Huruful amila are those particles that affect the end case of the noun or verb they appear before, while non-causative particles that do not affect the end case of the word they appear before. So let's check it out that is the Laam of tauqeed comes in the category of the causative particles or in non-causative particles. So let's check it out. Okay, as you already know that we done these two, one as a haruful amila, the haruful jar and haruf mushabba bil fail, they both fall in the category of the causative particles. And we done the haruful at, means conjunctions, they come in the category of the non-causative particles. And now the particle we covering today is the Laam of tauqeed, is also come in the category of the non-causative particles. It means this is the particle that do not affect, that it doesn't affect the end case of the following word. So but it still has very important particle. So let's start now. In this slide I will explain you about the some important information about the Laam of tauqeed. So the first one is Laam of tauqeed can comes with noun or verb or particle, but it doesn't affect on these. Okay, it can be connect with a noun, it can be connect with a verb or a particle, but it doesn't make any difference. It doesn't bring any change in any of these. The second point is Laam of tauqeed always has fatha on top of it. You will see the Laam of tauqeed with always with fatha. Okay, is the opposite of the Laam of jar. Laam of jar has the kasra on it and the Laam of tauqeed has the fatha on it. Okay, all right. The third one is Laam of tauqeed only creates emphasis in sentence. The work he performs is to create the emphasis in the sentence. Same like inna. Inna creates the emphasis in sentence. Laam of tauqeed also creates the emphasis in sentence. All right. And the fourth point is Laam of tauqeed comes with detached pronouns, means zamir, munfasil, or you can say the independent pronouns. I will describe all these points one by one, each and at the moment it's just in the written form. Now the fifth one is Laam of tauqeed called Laam al ibtida. When it comes in the beginning of the sentence, means Laam of inception. And Laam of tauqeed is also called Laam of muzahlaqa when it comes in the middle of the sentence. It means Laam of tauqeed can come in the beginning of the sentence or it also can come in the middle of the sentence. Okay, it depends on the situation, and I will explain you when it will come in the beginning and what's the reason behind it, why it will come in the middle of the sentence. So I will explain each and everything in detail, inshallah ta'ala, and in a very interesting way. I hope you will like it. Okay, Laam of tauqeed. As you can see, there are two beautiful kids here. The first, the girl has the whiteboard with which shows that Laamul Ibtada, and the boy shows Laamul Muzahlaqa. They both they perform the Laamul tauqeed. It means the both Laam create emphasis in Jumla Ismiya, in nominal sentence, but the name will be different according to the situation. When it comes in the beginning of the sentence, it will be called Laamul Ibtida, but still it will create emphasis. And it will call Laamul Muzahlaqa when it come in the middle of the sentence, but still it will create the emphasis in sentence. Okay, so first we will discuss Laamul Ibtida. So how it comes in the beginning of the sentence and what does it affect? Okay, so let's start with the ayat from the Quran Majid. As you can see, the first letter, the first particle is lam with fatha on top of it. So this lam is called, there is a big indication that it has a fatha on top of it. So it means it is lamul ibtada lit tauqeed. It means it's the lam of the beginning to make this, it comes in the beginning of the sentence and is lit tauqeed means it create the emphasis in the sentence. Next one, if you check out the compound, if you check out the phrase Abdum Mu'minun, I hope you will judge quickly and you will say they both creates the compound of Murkab Tawsifi, the descriptive phrase Mausuf and Sifa. Abdun is Mausuf and Mu'minun is Sifa. If I ask you the what's the Irab here, is Marfu. So it is a mubtada. Okay, it is mubtada because it's in the beginning of the sentence, and the main requirement for the mubtada, it should be in nominative form, it should be in nominative status. So it is marfu now. Khairun. Khairun is, I think we covered this word before in my previous lectures. Khairun is ismul tafdil. It comes ismul tafdil, the words which called ismul tafdil is they perform the work for the as a superlative degree or the comparative. So this is masculine and singular, and it comes here as a khabar, as a predicate. Min mushrikin, mim mushrik. They both, one is jar majroor. It means it's a prepositional phrase, and here it performed the work of the related predicate, means muta'alliq khabar. So mubtada with khabar with muta'alliq khabar make a jumla ismiya. Translation is surely, because lam tauqeed performs for the it performs the work for the emphasis. So we can use the word surely, certainly, verily, no doubt, without doubt, these type of words. Anytime you can use any word from these. Okay, so at the moment I'm using surely. Surely a believing slave is better than any idolater. Or you can say a slave man who believes is better than a free man who doesn't. It means who is polytheist is the believing slave is better than a polytheist. Okay, even polytheist is a free man, but it's no better. Better is a slave man. Even if he believes, then he is better. Okay. Okay, let's move on the next verse now. Again, you can see the lam with fatha. So this lam with fatha indicates me, it shows me that it is lamul ibtada lit tauqeed. This fatha, it gives me clue that it is lamul ibtada. And why is lamul ibtada? Because it's in the beginning of the sentence. It starts the sentence. Okay, and ajrul akhirati. What compound is it? In the last verse, it was murakkab tawsifi, it was descriptive phrase, and now is ajrul akhirati. I hope you will judge quickly and you will say that it is murakkab tawsifi now. Sorry, murakkab izafi now, because the last one is murakkab tawsifi, so I repeat it again. It is murakkab idafi, is possessive phrase. Okay. And what's the i'rab here for the murakkab izafi? So you will check out the mudaf. Mudaf is in marfu state, so it means it is marfu. Why it is marfu? Because it's mubtada. Okay, we always mubtada comes in, the subject comes first in the nominal sentence. It is a subject, and khairun, again khairun. Khairun is ismul tafdil, and it always used as a, when it comes at the place of the khabar, it will always be wahid and muzakkar. It means it will always be singular and masculine. So it is khabar here. And at this point, I want to tell you that if ismul tafdil come at the place of the khabar, if it performs the khabar, it performs for the khabar, so it will always be the masculine, and if singular, it will always be singular masculine. Okay, it will never be the plural, or it will never be the masculine, or feminine. It will always be the singular, and it will always be the masculine. It will not be the dual or plural or feminine. I hope you get my point. Okay, this will become a jumla ismiya now. Translation is, now at this point I use the word certainly. As I already told you, as I already said, that you can use any word for the emphasis or for emphasizing in the jumla ismiya, in the nominal sentence. You can use certainly, you can use verily, you can use surely or no doubt, like these type of words, okay, or without doubt. All right. So the ajrul akhirati, the reward of hereafter is better. Certainly the reward of the hereafter is better. Okay. I hope you got the point of the lamul ibtida. Lamul ibtida, whenever it will come in the beginning of the sentence, then it will be called lamul ibtida, but it will perform the same work for the to create the emphasis in jumla ismiya, in nominal sentence. Why I bring this slide again? Because I want to explain you about this point now. That Laam of Tauqeed comes with detached pronouns. And at this point, before going to this point, I want to explain you that before that, look, in the last two verses we done for the practice, Laam of Tauqeed always has fatha. You already done it. Laam of Tauqeed create emphasis in sentence. So you observe this one. And now this point we will learn that Laam of Tauqeed comes with detached pronouns, min damir munfasil. So let's check it out. Before going to do the Laam of Tauqeed, I want to explain you the difference between the Laam of Tauqeed and Laam of Jar. So because some sisters get confused to differentiate between the Laam of Tauqeed and Laam of Jar. So I will try to explain you as easy as I can, inshallah ta'ala. So Laam of Jar and Laam of Tauqeed. The first difference between both of them is Laam of Jar is written with kasra. As you can see here, Laam of Jar you will see with kasra. It changed the i'rab of the noun and convert it in majroor state. Okay, in majroor status. So this is the work that Laam of Jar performs. That it changed the i'rab of the noun and it convert it into the majroor status, and it always be with the kasra. On other hand, the Laam of Tauqeed, Laam of Emphasis, always written with fatha. Always written with fatha. Okay, so this is a big difference between the Laam of Jar and the Laam of Tauqeed, the harkat. When it has a kasra on it, it means it is Laam of Jar. When it has a fatha on top of it, it means it's Laam of Tauqeed. And the second difference between them, that it doesn't change the i'rab of the word after it. It doesn't change. It doesn't bring any change the word after it. Okay. Okay, the second point, now I will give you the example about for the Laam of Jar, like li muslimin. Li gives the meaning for four. Okay, gives the meaning for four. Okay, on other hand, the Laam of Tauqeed, la muslimun. La muslimun. La means indeed Muslim, surely Muslim, certainly Muslim, no doubt Muslim, like this. So Laam of Jar gives the meaning for and Laam of Tauqeed gives the meaning for indeed, or verily, or surely, or certainly. All right, I hope you get this point. Now, one more thing I want to explain to you, that this Laam of Jar, look, it convert the noun after it in the majroor state, in a genitive. It convert it into genitive. On other hand, the Laam of Tauqeed doesn't bring any change. It didn't bring any change. Okay. The second point, which is most important and more a little bit confusing, for the sisters, that they can get confused with this point is. So I will explain you now, inshallah ta'ala. Laam of Jar is written with fatha when comes with attached pronouns. This is the point that makes the thing complicated. Okay, because Laam of Jar, I told you that it's written with the kasra, but when it attached with the pronouns, it's written with fatha. And Laam of Tauqeed also written with fatha. That's the thing that they mix up with together. That is it the Laam of Tauqeed or is Laam of Jar, because they both are fatha. Laam of Emphasis always has fatha, and it comes with detached pronoun. The difference you can see with them of the types of the pronoun. Laam of jar attached with the with dependent pronouns, means attached pronouns. On other hand, Laam of emphasis connects with detached pronouns. Okay, this is the difference. I will show you with the example, so inshallah ta'ala you can learn easily. As you can see, the first word is lahu. This lam is laam jar. It also has fatha on top of it. On other hand, lahuwa. Look, this lam also has the fatha, because I already told you lam tauqeed always has fatha on top of it. While lam jar has kasra, the original haraka for the lam jar is kasra. But whenever it connects with the pronouns, it comes with the lam. It comes with fatha. Okay, but the difference you can see that is it the laam jar or is it the laam tauqeed, the type of the pronoun. If lam is attached with a dependent pronoun, means attached pronoun, when the lam connects with a attached pronoun, then it will be the laam jar, the lam of genitive. But when the lam connects with a independent pronoun, or you can say detached pronoun, or you can say separate pronoun, then it will be the laam tauqeed, laam of emphasis. This is the difference. Okay, let me complete the all examples, then I will give you some more tricks to make it more easier, inshallah ta'ala. Laha. Look, this lam also has fatha. On other hand, lahiya is this lam also has fatha on top of it. But how we can differentiate which lam is lam jar and which lam is lam of emphasis? Because this lam is connect with the attached pronoun, or I can say this lam is connect with or is attached with a dependent pronoun. This gives me a clue that it is a lam of jar, is a lam of genitive. While on other hand, this lam of emphasis is connects with a independent pronoun, which is called detached pronoun or separate pronoun. This is give me the clue that this is lam of tauqeed. Now it's not a lam of jar, because these independent pronouns or these detached pronouns always in marfu state, and when lam of jar comes, the noun the pronoun after it should be in the jar state, not in the marfu state. Okay, Luhuwa is in, I know that these all detached pronouns, the all zamir munfasil, are always in marfu state. They all are always in nominative case. So that's why these we can differentiate them easily, that this lam tauqeed comes with the marfu pronouns, not with the majroor pronouns. Okay. More examples, laka, and on other hand, la anta. This ka tells me that is a majroor pronoun, and it connects with the lam, is a lam jar. On other hand, anta is a marfu pronoun, is a independent pronoun, is a detached pronoun, is a separate pronoun, and is connect with a lam. This lam will call lam of emphasis. Okay, because the lam of emphasis attached with the marfu pronoun, not the majroor pronoun. Okay, and one more example, lakum and la antum. So if I ask you lakum, in this la, is it the lam of emphasis, means lam tauqeed or lam jar? So I hope you will say it's a lam jar, because it connects with a is connects with a attached pronoun, with the independent with dependent pronoun. Okay, while on the other hand, the lam of emphasis is connect with the independent pronoun, means the detached pronoun or separate pronoun, which is the marfu pronoun. Okay. One more, the last example, lana, on other hand, is la nahnu. And lana, this na pronoun tells me that it is a attached pronoun. Okay, so it means it is a majroor pronoun. So whenever it will attach with the lam, it means this lam is lam jar. That's why this na here is the hu, ha, ka, kum, na. When they are attached with the lam, it means they all pronouns are majroor, and that's why this lam is lam jar. Nahnu is a marfu pronoun, is a separate pronoun, detached pronoun, or independent pronoun. Whenever it connects with the lam, that lam will be lam of emphasis. Now I want to make it more easier for you, so I will explain you that this lam of emphasis is used less than the lamu jar. Lamu jar used many, many, many times in Quran Majid, while lamu tauqeed used not as much as the lamu jar. La huwa is used 17 times with this lam, only 17 times in Quran Majid. Lahiya used only one time in Quran Majid. So now you can see that laha used so many times in Quran Majid, while on the other hand, lahiya is used only one time in Quran Majid. La anta used only twice in Quran Majid. La antum used only once in Quran Majid. La nahnu used only 5 times in Quran Majid. So now look how easy it is. Whenever it's only few that you can count on your fingers, that this lamul ibtida when attached with the pronoun is used only few times, while on the other hand lamu jar used many times in Quran Majid when it's attached with the pronoun, and these pronouns will always be the majroor pronouns, will always be the attached pronouns. It called the dependent pronouns. Okay, now I will give you the examples from Quran Majid. As here you can see that la antum. La antum used only once in Quran Majid. So I'll give you the part of the ayah here. La. As you can see, the la nahnu and la antum. They both la in the beginning. In the beginning, okay? So it means it will be the lamul ibtida because it in the beginning of the sentence. Okay, it starts the sentence. It is the lamul ibtida, lamul tauqeed, and this lamul ibtida has fatha on top of it. Okay, next one is antum and nahnu. As you can see that they both are damir munfasil, means detached pronoun, separate pronoun, or you can say independent pronoun, or you can say nominative pronoun, means marfu pronouns. They always are in marfu state, they always in nominative case. So nominative pronouns can never be connected with the lamu jar. Okay, if you see the lam with them, it means it must be the lamul emphasis, not the lamu jar, because lamu jar can never be connected with the marfu pronouns, with the nominative pronouns. Okay, this is a big clue for them, for you to make it easy, inshallah ta'ala. And as you already know that zamir munfasil always used as a mubtada, always used as a mubtada, because mubtada should be in marfu state, it should be in nominative case, then it will be mubtada, then it will be the subject. Next, ashadu. Look, it's a coincidence. By chance, the ismul tafdil comes many times in this lecture. This ismul tafdil you going to have, inshallah ta'ala. I will have a separate proper a lecture on it, but not now. In future, inshallah, inshallah ta'ala, you will see the lecture on separate lecture on ismul tafdil. But at the moment, you can have a little bit know about the ismul tafdil. Ashaddu is also ismul tafdil, is the pattern of af'alu, and why it doesn't look on af'alu you will learn on the lecture, inshallah. I'm not going to on that pattern, but I want to explain you main thing that which I already said in I think in my previous slides, that ismul tafdil whenever comes at the place of the khabar, it must be singular masculine, it must be singular masculine, regardless whatever the gender or the number for the mubtada have. Look, I will explain you now here. Ashaddu is singular masculine, as is in marfu state, in nominative state, and why is nominative? Because it's khabar. But look, antum is plural. Ashaddu is singular. As I already told you that if ismul tafdil come at the khabar place, it must be singular masculine. It can never be dual, it can never be plural, it can never be feminine. Basically it will not follow the mubtada, because I told you in the lecture 7 that khabar follows the mubtada in gender or in number. But if the khabar is ismul tafdil, then it will not follow. It is stick on the as a gender or as a number, it must be wahid, it must be muzakkar. Regardless whatever the mubtada is, mubtada can be dual, mubtada can be singular, mubtada can be plural. At this point mubtada is plural, mubtada can be masculine, mubtada can be feminine, but the ismul tabdil is if it is at the place of the khabar, it must be singular and masculine. Same on other hand, a'lamu is also the ismul tabdil, is also because it is at the place of the khabar, so it must be singular masculine. As I already told you that in this lecture you can learn little bit about the ismul tabdil, but you will have in future inshallah the whole lecture only on this topic, ismul tabdil, inshallah, and you will learn many details on that lecture inshallah. And it is marfu because it is at the khabar, at the place of the khabar. It means it is a predicate. And look at nahnu. Nahnu is plural. It means we, not I. Okay, so nahnu is as a number wise is plural, but khabar is here is singular, is a wahid. Okay, because this khabar will not change, it will not change, it will not follow the mubtada if the khabar is ismu tabdil. It will not change the number, it will not change the gender. Okay, they both are jumla ismiya. Let's move on to the translation now. Certainly you are stronger. Why I said stronger? Because I told you the ismul tabdil use as a superlative degree, or it use as a comparative. So you will learn this detail in the lecture when you will cover the ismul tabdil inshallah ta'ala. But at the moment I just cover the translation. Certainly you are stronger. And the next one is la nahnu a'lamu. Surely we know best. Surely we know best, or you can say that surely we are fully aware. You can say like this as well, we are fully aware, surely we are fully aware, or you can say indeed we know best, certainly we know best. Okay, okay, one more example, la huwa. As you can see, the la huwa used 17 times in Quran Majid. So I will give you one example here. So I hope the other 16 times you can do easily when you learn once, inshallah ta'ala. So other 16 you can do easily. La in the beginning of the sentence, it means is lamul ibtida li tauqeed. Huwa is a zamir munfasil, which always used as a mubtada. Khayrun is again here ismul tabdil. You should look, ismul tabdil used in this lecture many times. I hope it is very good for you for covering the lecture of the ismul tabdil inshallah ta'ala. Again wahid and muzakkar, and it's marfu because it's a khabar, it's a predicate. Lis sabirin jar majur mutalik khabar means related predicate mutalik khabar, so it becomes a full jumla ismiya now. Translation is surely it is better for patient or steadfast. Surely it is better for steadfast, surely it is better for patient, or you can say certainly, verily, no doubt. Okay, okay, I hope I hope you are able to understand the lamul ibtida, which whatever the lam, when it comes at the beginning of the sentence, it will be called lamul ibtida. Now let's move towards the lamul muzahlaqa, which is very important, very important. So let's start now. If double emphasis need to create a nominal sentence, then particle of emphasis inna will come first, then lam of emphasis will come in the middle of the sentence. Then in that case, it will be called lam al-muzahlaqa. They both can't be written together, means we can't say that inna and la, they both are particles of emphasis. Inna particle of emphasis, lam is also the particle of emphasis. They both perform to create emphasis in the jumla ismiya, in the nominal sentence, but they both can't be written together. Okay, so inna will comes in first and then lamu tauqeed. I will try to explain in a very funny way. I hope you will like it, that why it's called lamul muzahlaqa, what's the situation behind it. So let's start now. As you can say lamu tauqeed, and after that there is a sentence. If lamul tauqeed comes in the beginning of the sentence, this is called lamul ibtida. But when inna comes in the when inna enters in the nominal sentence in the presence of the lamul ibtida, then what it will happen that inna will come and it pushed away the lamu tauqeed, and lamu tauqeed will slip away forward. That's the story behind it. I will rewind it now. So let's start. When lamul ibtida come in the beginning of the sentence, it will be called lamul ibtida. But when when inna emphasis, the particle inna for emphasis enters in the jumla ismiya, when it enters, what will happen? It will push the lamu tauqeed, and lamu tauqeed will move forward. It slips away, and the this is called. That's why the inna comes in the beginning of the sentence, and lamu tauqeed go move forward of the sentence. It comes in the middle of the sentence. In this situation, in this case, this lamu tauqeed will not called lamul ibtida anymore. It will be called lamul muzahlaqa, because not it's not in the it's not in the beginning of the sentence. Of course, that's why it's not. It will not be called the lamul ibtida. Muzahalka means slipped away, means the slip forward, or you can say pushed forward. Okay, this is the story behind, and now I will tell you why. What's the reason that inna leads the sentence? Who gives you authority inna to lead the sentence? So I will explain you another interesting way, inshallah ta'ala. As you can see, I made a scale for you here. In the first part of the scale, inna tauqeed is here, and the second scale part of the scale there is a lamu tauqeed. They both performs the work for the emphasis. They both create emphasis in nominal sentence in jumla ismiya. Okay, so inna creates emphasis. Lamu tauqeed says I also create emphasis in jumla ismiya. I do the same work. What's the difference then? Then inna tauqeed said, hold on, be patient. I will tell you why I'm more powerful than you, why I am more effective than you. So it tells that I convert mubtada in mansoob. I convert the Arab of the mubtada from nominative to accusative. I convert into an accusative status in a mansoob status. That's why I am more powerful. I have more effective than you. This is the reason that I have upper hand on you. So this is the reason that inna has authority to lead the sentence. Inna comes first in the nominal sentence. When they both particles of emphasis comes in jumla ismiya, then inna comes in the beginning of the sentence. It leads the sentence, and then lamu tauqeed will come after it. Not straight after it, because they can't come next to each other, but after few words, or after one word, even after one word, or after few words. But lamul muzahalka will come after the inna, not in the beginning of the sentence. Okay, because inna is the boss now. And whoever is in power, of course, it shows its power. That's why inna is more powerful, and it has the upper hand on lamu tauqeed. I hope you understand this way. Okay, now I has already explained my last lecture, yet that I will use 3 slides again in my next lecture. So this is here is the next lecture now. So why I use this slide again? Because I want to explain you about today's particle. So I will squeeze these 2 ayat, and I will bring the next ayah from Surah Al-Baqarah. As you can see on the here, innahul haq, innahu lal haq. What's the difference between these two? Only this lam is additional, which is add in the sentence, in the ayah. Okay, so the rest all is exactly same thing, which I will move forward now. Look, same thing I repeat is here now again. Only this space is empty. Why? Because we have to I have to cover this lam now. Which lam is this? This is called lamul muzahlaqa. Okay, lamu tauqeed muzahlaqa. Why is muzahlaqa? Because it's pushed away forward, and it means this lam is slipped when inna come in the sentence. Okay, this is called lamu tauqeed muzahlaqa. This inna is also the particle of tauqeed. This lam is also the particle of tauqeed. They both create the emphasis in jumla ismiya. So there is a double emphasis in jumla ismiya. This is called the double emphasis in jumla ismiya. Okay. So this is also become a jumla ismiya. Translation is, here the translation was, indeed it is the truth. And now we will create two emphasis in it. So we will say, indeed it is surely the truth, certainly the truth. Okay, so this is the reason that we create double emphasis in jumla ismiya, because the two particles of the emphasis in the sentence, in the ayah. Okay, look at the same thing, the same word was, I will go back, huwal haq, innahul haq, innahu lal haq. So the Quran teaches you everything about the Arabic grammar. Believe me, Quran is so nice. According to the Arabic grammar, it's so easy if you learn from Quran. It is the truth. In this sentence is only one type of emphasis, because the khabar here is marifa, so we can say it is the truth. And in this part of ayah there are two types of emphasis. The first one is inna, and the second one is because khabar is definite, is marifa, so there are two types of emphasis in this jumla ismiya. Indeed it is the truth. And the third part of this one, there are three types of emphasis in this part of ayah. First one is inna, next one is lamu tauqeed, the third one is the khabar inna is definite. So it means indeed it is surely the truth. So indeed is the first part of the emphasis, surely the second part of the emphasis, and the truth is the third part of the emphasis. So only the Arabic learners have this honor to know that how many types of the emphasis in this sentence, in this part of ayah. If those person who don't know the Arabic, who don't know the Arabic grammar, they can't imagine what type of the emphasis in this part of the verse. Only the Arabic learners, Allah give them this achievement that they can know that there are how many types of emphasis in this part of ayah. Alhamdulillah. It's really a big achievement. Okay, one more part which I use again in this lecture. So let's move on. As you can see, Inna Allah sami'un, Inna Allah la sami'un. Look, the exactly same thing. Was only the one difference in this part of the ayah, that this lam is added in the ayah. Lam, la. This la is lamu tauqeed muzahlaqa. Why is muzahlaqa? Because why is not lamul ibtida? Because of course it's not in the beginning of the sentence. It's in the middle of the sentence. That's why it's called muzahlaqa. Okay, and inna leads the sentence. Of course, inna is a boss, inna is more powerful than lam. That's why inna leads the sentence. And in translation we will say, indeed surely Allah is all hearing. If I ask you how many types of emphasis in this sentence, so you have to think about properly. Look, first one, if anybody says there are two types of emphasis, I will say them, no, hold on, you have to think about more about, you have to do more tadabbur on this sentence, in this part of ayah. There are three types of emphasis in this part of ayah. First one is inna, second is lamu tauqeed, the third one is the pattern of fa'il. The pattern of fa'il, because it's sami'un, means is not only hearing, is all hearing. Okay, indeed surely Allah is all hearing. So it means there are three types of emphasis in this part of ayah. Okay, let's move on the third part of this ayah. Look, this ayah, now look at the next screen. Exactly the same ayah, just only the lam is added in this ayah, just only the lam. The rest all is exactly same. So this lam is called lamu tauqeed muzahlaqa. So I will put the double emphasis in this sentence, and I will say, indeed to our Lord we will surely return. Indeed to our Lord we will surely return. Or you can say, you can say in this way that Indeed, we to our Lord we surely return. Okay, you can change the word according as you can if you want, but the mafhum, the meaning will be the same. Okay. Okay, one more example. Inna is you know already there is harfu nasiba taqid mushabbah bil fail. And at this point, if I ask you, you can see two lam here. One is lam here and one lam is here. La with fatha, lam with fatha. They both have fatha. If I ask you which lam is lamu jar and which lam is lamu tauqeed, I hope you will tell me quickly that laka, this lam is attached with the majroor pronoun. That's why this lam should be lamu jar, lam of genitive, because it's attached with a genitive pronoun with a dependent pronoun with the attached pronoun. This lam is connects with the attached pronoun. So at this point, this lam is lamu jar, not the lamu tauqeed. Okay. And the next lam is lamu tauqeed, is not lamu jar, because lamu jar, the word after the lamu jar should be in genitive case. It should be in majroor state. But here you can see the clear fatha on top of it. It means it's not majroor now. It means this lam is not lamu jar, it's lamu emphasis, it's lamu tauqeed. Okay. So laka is jar majroor, shibu jumla khabar muqaddam. La ajran in lam is lamu tauqeed muzahlaqa. Ajran is mansoob. Why is mansoob? Because it's ismu inna muakhar, is delayed subject. And shibu jumla khabar, it means is fronted khabar, fronted predicate, and ismu inna muakhar means delayed subject. So it means lamu tauqeed can be connected with the delayed subject. Okay, it can be connected with the ismu inna muakhar. It becomes a jumla ismiya. Translation is indeed, surely for you are reward. Indeed, surely for you are reward. Let's move on to the next one more example. And this is very, very interesting ayah. Very interesting. Why it will be interesting, I will explain to you inshallah ta'ala. Inna, again, harfu nasiba takid mushabbah bil fail. Ashirka, why is in mansoob state? Because it's ismu inna, because inna convert it into from nominative to accusative, so it is mansoob because it's ismu inna. This lam, what is this lam is? Whenever you see inna and after in the same verse, if you see the lam with fatha, it means it will be the lam muzahlaqa. There is no other option. So it means it's lamu tauqeed muzahlaqa. Zulmun azimun. If I ask you what compound is this, which phrase is this, I hope you will tell me quickly that it's mawsuf sifa, it's descriptive phrase, it's marfu because it's khabru inna. Become a jumla ismiya. Now move on towards the translation. Indeed, indeed, joining others with Allah in worship is surely a tremendous wrong, or you can say that associating others with him is a terrible wrong. Okay, association with others. So it means indeed joining others with Allah in worship is surely a tremendous wrong. If I ask you how many types of emphasis in this part of ayah, so you have to do tadabbur, you have to think about it. So then you give the answer. The first type of emphasis is because of the particle of emphasis inna. The second one is lam emphasis. The third one is azim. Azim is on the pattern of the fa'il. It means it's not only only, we will not say the only wrong, we say a tremendous wrong. It means it's a very big, it's not normal big, it's a very big. Okay, so that's why, because it is you can say a terrible, is a very tremendous wrong. It's not normal because it's on a fa'il pattern. So you have to exaggerate it. Okay, that's why there are three types of emphasis in this part of ayah as well. Okay, now I bring this slide again because I want to explain you something again now. I hope you understand lamul ibtida and lamul muzahlaqa as well. And now let's move on the first part. The lamu tauqeed can comes with the noun or verb or particle, but it doesn't affect on these. So in this, for explaining this point, I got very nice ayat from Quran Majid. I'm so happy when I was searching the ayat for you. When I got these three, I was so happy. I hope you will be happy to learn, and I am very happy to explain them, inshallah ta'ala. As you can see, these three ayat, because the point which I want to explain to you, that lamu tauqeed can be attached with a noun, it can be attached with a verb, or it can be attached with a particle. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala shows me these three ayat. Alhamdulillah, I'm so happy. So look, inna, first of all, inna, in all these three ayat, the first thing which is common in all these three ayat is inna. Then al insana. All these three ayat have the same ismu inna. They are mansub al insana, the same word in all these three ayat, which is ismu inna. Okay. It is mansub because it's ismu inna. And next now move toward the next particle, which is lamu tauqeed. Okay. Lamu tauqeed in all these three ayat. Now next move toward the word after the lam now. After the lamu tauqeed. Okay. Let's check the first one. La kafurun. This lamu tauqeed is connect with a ism, connects with a noun. How we know that it is noun? Because this tanween shows me that it is noun. This tanween shows me that it is a ism. Okay, so at this point, lamu tauqeed is attached with a ism. Let's move to the second verse now. Lamu tauqeed is attached with the harf, with the particle. Fi. Fi is a prepositional particle, is a harfu jar. Okay, so it means here lamu tauqeed is attached with a particle, with a harf. The third one is lamu tauqeed is attached with a verb, with a fail. And how we know that it is a verb, as I already explained in my very beginning lecture, the lecture 4 and 5, when I explained you musanna and the jama salim, the sound plural. I explained you when you saw the ja or ta in the beginning, it means it is a indication that it can be a verb. It can be a verb. So here jat gha is a verb, and the clue it gives me that is ja. This ja gives me the clue that it is a verb. So look, this lamu tauqeed is attached with all the parts of speech, ism, harf, and fail. And from these three ayat, I will move these two ayat into the next slide, and I will quickly emphasize these two ayat for you, inshallah ta'ala. Inna, both of them, harfu nasiba taqid mushabbah bil fi'l, al insana, both are mansub, ismu inna, the both are lam is lamu taqid muzahlaqa, and kafurun is ism, means is khabru inna, and fi khusrin, it means there is no actual khabar, there is no actual predicate, there is no the real predicate, but this jar majrur will take the place of the khabar, it will take the place of the predicate. So we will say jar majrur shibu jumla khabru inna. Okay, so it means there is no real actual khabar. That's why this jar majrur is taken the place of the khabar. They both become a jumla ismiya. Translation is, indeed mankind is, the first one in kafurun, surely, of course the lamu tauqeed here is also here. Indeed mankind is surely ungrateful. And the bottom one is, indeed mankind is surely in loss. So I quickly analyze them, both of these for you. I hope you like it. Now let's move towards the homework now. Homework is very important because of course you have to do practice. I wrote few ayat here for you now, and what you have to do, you have to I wrote few of the translation. Abrar means righteous, pious, or you can use any of these words. Fujjar, you can use wicked, you can use sinner or the evildoer, any one of these words you can use. Same naim can be used as a delight, as a paradise, as a bliss. Whatever you feel easy, you can use the word. Okay. One more thing, there is a Suratul Adiyat. What you have to do, you have to check how many Laam of tauqeed are here and how many Laam of jar are here. So there are two ways that you can do your homework. The first one, that you make a line in the middle, make two columns, and in the first column you wrote the words which are attached, which are connect with the Laam of tauqeed, and on the left side you can wrote the words which are attached with the Laam of jar. Okay. Or the second way, that you can just use the highlighter and just highlight the red color for the Laam of tauqeed and the blue color for the Laam of jar. So both options you have, whatever you choose. I hope you like today's lecture. If you like it, you must like the lecture and subscribe the channel. Make dua now. Subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa ant astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.